Alizé. Bow down and pray, I burn an ounce a day. Puff, puff, fast, those rosaries like Catholics. Might cop the road just to crash it. You can rock the rollie while I hit it. Hey, you can rock the rollie while I hit it. Yeah. Schoolboy in a new toy with a new toy. A whole down fig. You was looking for heaven and you found it. You was looking for heaven and you found it.
So what is in the box? Firstly, we have the LG Stylo 4 phone itself. We have the SIM ejector tool. We have the quick start guide in English and Spanish. We also have the wall charger with fast charge capabilities, and we have our data cable, which is USB Type-C. So taking a look at the build, this is really nothing that we've ever seen before in the LG Stylo series. They did change up the materials they used. So taking a look at the back, we used a plastic back. Kind of looks like fake glass. Honestly, I thought it was glass at first, but you guys really need to get a case for this phone if you are going to get this phone, because it scratches very easily. Other than that, that's probably the only con about this body. We do have a metal chassis around the phone, which is very hard and honestly makes the phone feel nice and premium. Obviously, we have a glass screen as well. Really no problems there yet. Taking a look at the left side of the device, we have some clicky and tactile volume up and down buttons. Same goes for the right side of the device for the power button. If we take a look at the bottom of the phone, we have our stylus, we have our speaker, we have our USB Type-C input, we have our noise cancelling mic, and we have our 3.5mm head jack. Taking a look at the back of the device, we have our 13 megapixel rear facing camera, we have our flash under that, and we have our fingerprint sensor. Fingerprint sensor is not amazing, but it's honestly pretty impressive for a budget phone from Metro PCS. Taking a look at the top of the phone, we have a 5 megapixel wide angle front facing camera. Just to the right of that, we have our headset, and to the right of that, we have our proximity light sensor. Taking a look at the screen, we have a 6.2 inch Full HD Plus Full Vision 18:9 display, and I have to honestly say this is one of the best displays I've seen on a budget phone yet. For me, it honestly tops the Huawei Mate SE. It just has better saturation, nice colors, and the screen can actually get very bright. And don't let this fool you. Just because it's a TFT display, that doesn't mean it's a bad display. This is an amazing display. Going into our stylus, we have our stylus pen with Pen Pop 2.1. So basically you can write or draw on the screen even when the phone is locked. Another new thing we have on the Stylo 4 is GIF capture, or for the people who actually give a crap, GIF capture. I'm sorry I offended you. Basically, you can record your screen, maybe you're playing a video game, maybe you're watching a video, and you can screen capture anything on your screen and make it into a GIF. The next thing that changed on the Stylo 4 is actually the speaker placement, and we have it at the bottom of the phone, and it sounds actually pretty good. Next up, for the service that I'm using on here, obviously I'm using Metro PCS. It's different in everyone else's area. You guys can go ahead and unlock this phone, GSM unlock it, and then you can go ahead and put it maybe on your Cricket wireless line or your AT&T line, anything that is GSM really. But so far in my area with Metro PCS, it has actually worked pretty damn good. Another cool feature is we do have Wi-Fi calling, so all those people who wanted Wi-Fi calling, your prayers have been answered. Another really cool thing is actually if you go into the dialer, we have video calling in our native dialer. So you can basically video call anybody with this device and our service, so that is actually pretty dope. One of the other things that is honestly really awesome, we have NFC on this phone. Now keep in mind, I did pay $79 for this phone after the rebate. Even for a sub $250 device such as the Mate SE, that does not have NFC. And when you see NFC on a device this cheap from Metro PCS, it is an absolute go. Another thing we see in here is a 5 GHz band as well, so if you guys do want faster Wi-Fi, we have a choice of 2.4 or 5 GHz. We also have Android 8.1, and it wouldn't honestly be surprising if we get the Android P update later on this year. I'll keep you updated. Next up, we're going straight into internals. Now, inside this device, we have 32 GB of ROM. You guys can go ahead and expand that up to 2 TB of memory via micro SD card, but we also have 2 GB of RAM in this device. Now, a ton of people are scared of buying this device because it has 2 GB of RAM, but honestly, so far, everything's ran pretty much amazing on this. Obviously, you can't have 55 windows open and do a ton of things at once, but if you guys are using this for what you need it for, and you guys aren't totally overkill with your device, this should run perfectly fine. I could run pretty graphic intensive games such as Asphalt 8 and PUBG Mobile on this device very smoothly. Like honestly, I have had an amazing experience within gaming so far, and you guys can go ahead and check out my full review on that. Next is battery, and this can be short and sweet. It's a 3300 milliamp battery, pretty much lasts the whole day on moderate use, and it charges very, very fast. Like, I would say a full charge from 0 to 100 in under an hour, so a very, very fast charger. Next, we have the camera, and I'm not going to go too far into this because I do have a full review on the camera you guys can go ahead and check out on my channel. But to keep it short, it is a very, very nice camera. There are some awesome features on here. One of my favorite features being the front-facing portrait mode camera. I don't use the front-facing camera a lot, but I'm definitely going to use it more now that I have an amazing portrait camera. As far as phones under $200, this has to have the best camera out of all the phones at Metro PCS. I'm going to show you a few samples of the rear and front-facing camera. But the final question is this phone worth it? Well, first of all, let's take a look at the cons. We do not have a removable battery, so you guys can't change your battery out. And the next one is, if you guys do not get a case right away, you guys are going to scratch the back of your phone. I'm going to say it once and I'm going to say it again. Even other YouTubers, like with 100,000 subscribers, Variety's Tech is saying the back of this phone is scratching as soon as he got it. You guys can go ahead and check out his comment in one of my videos. Just take our word for it, guys. Get a case before you even get the phone. And as far as the pros go, we have USB Type-C, we have NFC capabilities so we can use Google Pay and a ton of other things. We also have a huge 6.2-inch TFT display, and that is full HD plus, so we're getting 2160 by 1080p. The saturation on the screen is absolutely amazing. We have 2 GB of RAM in this device, which everyone is pretty iffy about, but for the day-to-day use, it works perfectly for me and perfect for the normal person as well. We also have a pretty fast fingerprint sensor. We have face unlock, and we have a bang up camera. This camera is absolutely amazing for the price. So my answer has to be yes. This is one of the best phones I've seen at Metro PCS in a long time, and it's honestly bringing the excitement back to the budget phone game. Hopefully this video was helpful in your decision to purchase your next phone. If it was, definitely hit that like down below, as well as subscribing if you guys are not a part of the tech gang already. Also hit that notification bell if you guys want to be notified every time I do upload a video. I will be uploading a ton more videos on the LG Stylo 4, so definitely hit that notification bell. But yeah, this has been Stefan from TechRight. Hope you guys have an amazing day wherever you are. Peace out, tech gang.